Hello. Have you got your coffee?
I have indeed. I've just brewed it nicely in a newly cleaned Gaggia machine. It's one of my most favorite Christmas purchases that I got bought for me. Yeah, so
Nice.
it's producing lovely, creamy stuff now. How about you? Are you caffeined up?
I went for mint tea.
Oh, did you? Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
yeah, very
what's one of the
relaxing.
benefits of yeah, I'm chilled out. I'm gonna have a chilled out bonus. No, it's one of the benefits of no having I ran out of coffee, so I haven't bought new coffee yet. I used it up earlier. So I was like, do I go and buy a bag of coffee? And then I was like, no, I'm just gonna make a mint tea, which is obviously better for this time of day.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna be nicely zen talking about movies.
Yeah, not that you need to be for talking about Sinners,
No.
which is not a
Opposite of what you should.
yeah, not kind of a Zen movie in that sense, but not in a bad way. I mean, I don't know, Neil. Did you when you sort of heard? I hadn't really heard much about this film before its release. Really, I mean, I'd seen the poster with Michael B. Jordan, and I didn't like the poster. It just looked sort of a bit shit, to be fair. And it looked about here's Michael B. Jordan looking hot. You know what I mean? Because it is movie type thing. But then I realized it was Ryan Coogler, and there was something more to it than just it's Michael B. Jordan and zombies, not zombies, vampires.
Yep.
And yeah, a lot of commentary came out, and I'd wanted to see Warfare for sure, but then suddenly Sinners became the one that I wanted to see more. So I thought it would be good to see both of them this week.
Cool.
Before we talk.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't know anything about this movie. I saw the poster again, like you. I was like, oh, there's a new Michael B. Jordan movie. And it's interesting because I think the film wants you to spend a lot of time appreciating that Michael B. Jordan is hot. I think that's definitely a big part of the aesthetic of the film.
For sure.
Double your money's worth as well.
That's interesting as well. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I hadn't seen a trailer, and I hadn't seen any commentary. Again, I'm not online, so and I was away, and a couple of people had seen it, and had sort of had interesting thoughts about it. They're like, have you seen it? And I was like, no, they hadn't said anything about it. And sort of since chatted to people about it, sort of one to one, which has been an interesting week in terms of people's response to the film if they are engaged with the conversation about it has been really interesting.
So what were some of the things that people were saying? Because I can talk about reading a lot of pieces on Substack about it. What were the people saying?
Just the hyperbole about it, apparently, like that this, and we sort of mentioned it earlier on, like, it's a masterpiece, it's like the best thing ever kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just how that had made them kind of dislike the film or be kind of like annoyed by the conversation about it. So then kind of picking apart the film more than, and then not really realizing. And I think in one conversation, it became clear why the person didn't really like the film, but that's nothing really to do with the film. It's all to do with their own taste and what they generally like, which is they're not really a vampire person, they're not really a fantasy person, and arguably I sort of said, not a gothic person, because I think it's a kind of black gothic movie in really interesting ways. So it's like, and so it was kind of having to get through people's response to the response, not their own response to the film.
That's so hard though, isn't it, today to rock up to a film and not have some kind of discourse in your head.
That's I enjoyed it
so
much.
hard.
Yeah. I think that's why I was like, oh, this is a Ryan Coogler movie. I've seen all of them now.
Yeah.
I was interested because it was his first post-Marvel movie, and I think there are inflections that he's brought over from